All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000, the hopeful elect, Shalom, Barakathum. Title of this lesson is Esau is handing out bags. All right, this is inspired by a comment I heard Pastor Har make earlier. And it resonated with me heavily because, you know, you're starting to see a pattern emerge of these wayward doctrines coming out. You know, it's been so many of them. I've kind of lost count, but we know for those brothers that have been watching and paying attention that there's been a sharp increase in weirdos coming out with these different doctrines that turned up really last year with guys calling on Grandma Kamari and, you know, professing to have the holy names and being King David or the apostles, and, you know, then you know, Yahweh Shai didn't do miracles. You know, a bunch of these different things, man. Okay, the hell doctrine popped up with the IUIC. Monogamy popped up with the IUIC. You know, now the Edomites were black with red hair, and what does the scriptures have to say about all of these? Well, it's very relevant for the times that we're in, because I'll get that in Timothy in a second, but I typed the word in lucre, okay? I'll type the word in lucre into the scriptures, and we know what the precept should come to mind when you hear that word. You mainly think about, in the book of Timothy, but I'm gonna type the definition of lucre in to Google here. It says, money, especially when regarded as sordid or distasteful or gained in a dishonorable way. That's what a lucre is. Okay. Now, with the sharp uprising, of all of these wayward doctrines coming out, as we're getting closer, think about this, the increase in these splits of doctrines and these new breakdowns have coincided with us getting closer and closer to World War III. We're basically in World War III already, and look at how many of these doctrines are coming out. So that's a correlation right there. All right, I happen to deal with numbers and math, economics, and that sort, and so I can't help but notice these things. That you're starting to see these things, and the scriptures explicitly say that this is going to happen. All right. And so I personally believe these deep state individuals that everybody's complaining about that are controlling America, they've infiltrated a lot of these camps, man. All right, and they got to be handing out big bags because it's a bunch of different camps. It's all at once, and the doctrines are hella bugged out, and they seem to be centered around who we are versus who Esau is. Okay. Now, to me, I think it's suspicious when you got bills like, HR 6090, okay, which we just spoke about this past week, that came out, all at the same time, okay? A lot of you guys are about to be controlled opposition, and you know what that means. When the Most High gets his hands on you, it's going to be really bad for you guys, man, really bad. All right, now, let me go here. This is the first one. All right, is in the book of Samuel. First Samuel chapter 8. All right, and it says, I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "And it came to pass when Samuel was old that he made his sons judges over Israel." Okay, back in the time of Samuel, some people will say Samuel was the last judge, because we all know the story. Samuel is the one that ends up anointing the first king of Israel. All right, that being Saul, and later on handling the matter of King David. Okay, and it says, "Now the same of his firstborn was Joel, and name of his second was Abiah. They were judges in Beersheba, and his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after lucre." all right, and took bribes and perverted judgment, all right. So this thing has always been a problem in Israel, where you got men that are supposed to do the right thing. A judge is supposed to be unbiased. He's supposed to be uncompromised by money. In other words, you need to be a stand-up man of integrity, man, okay? Because that's a lot of power that you have, you know, overseeing a matter, especially a matter over men that have more money than you. That man may offer you a little something on the side to do this in his favor, okay? And what that breeds is wickedness, all right? It breeds, what do you call it? Basically sin, you know, sin, iniquity. It's all going to flourish when you have wicked and unjust judges, all right? And so that same spirit, that weak ass spirit, you taking money to do the wrong thing when you know the right thing to do, is back in the earth today, man, all right? And Esau has played on that, okay? Because it's hard for even especially nowadays, you know, your woman is out of order, all right? You're broke, okay? And Esau's put us in this position to be dirt poor at the bottom. So when he offers us a bag, he's gonna get a lot of Israelites that way, man. A lot of camps are gonna say, all right, well, yeah, I'll take, you know, that's light work, you know. But they don't realize the latter end, the things that are playing out on a larger scale. And these are men that know the scriptures, by the way. These camp leaders that are telling you the charagma is this, is not that you can deal with white women. Salakia, man. Forgive me. We had a phone call somehow in the middle of that. That are telling you that you can deal with these various Salakia, that are telling you that Esau can make it, you know, that you can take the charagma, that you can, that hell exists, you know. These are things that only helps Esau's enterprise, and it's counterintuitive to the Most High, okay? And so what's going to happen with these guys, man? They're going to get bundled up like wheat, chaff, and they're going to get burnt up, man. That's what's going to happen. Y'all still are going to die, okay? You think you're going to escape? You think Esau's going to offer you a bunker or to leave the country? It don't matter, man, all right? And y'all know this. Y'all know how the Most High gets down. If the elite are not going to escape, and that's written, what makes you think your black ass going to escape, man? All right? What is the point of being betraying? All right, we saw the story of Judas, man. All right, 30 pieces of silver. All right, and boom, he sold out the Lord, man. And part of this goes, when you read the story of Judas, you know, a part of it is just he had a weak mentality to begin with, man. Okay? You know, you say one thing in a room, he gets offended, and then they never let it go. He got that leaven in his spirit, and next thing you know, you got an opening for Satan to come in. All right? But let me go to Timothy. All right? Salakia. Actually, I'm gonna go to Titus 1 and verse 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers. All right, especially they of the circumcision. All right, and the circumcision back then represented the men that were not scattered all throughout Europe. These were the men that actually lived in Israel, okay, that knew that they were Israelites. They knew all the high holy days. They knew their culture. They knew they had the stories passed down. You would read the Torah, Tanakh, what they call the Torah and Tanakh, which is just the Old Testament of the scriptures. They would read these things, man. It was part of our culture, man. All right? They were keeping, the basic laws. They weren't eating pork. They knew. Okay? So it was the ones of the circumcision that was going the hell off, man. Okay? And the Most High's got a special judgment for y'all. All right? It says, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake. And that's what we got going on today. I firmly believe that, man. There's no way all of these guys and these camp leaders are coming out with all of these crazy ass doctrines all at one time. With under a year, how many crazy doctrines have you heard being brought out, man? All right. Esau is handing out goodie bags, man. All right. And you gotta realize that there are spies among us, man. Okay. All right. This is why you have to. The scriptures say you got to be convinced in your own mind, man. Okay. You got to be convinced in your own mind. Because what if it's a brother that's next to you? You know, what if it's a brother you knew or knew for a long time? That happened with Judas, man. All right. Judas got weak, stood alongside the apostles, man, and he betrayed them. You know. Ate dinner with the Lord, man, and still did it. All right. You don't think that spirit is going to rise back up on the earth again? Of course it is. This is the end, man. The 12th part is basically coming to a conclusion. The culmination, the climax of the story, man. The grand finale, the final boss fight. All right. Of course these things are going to come back. If the plagues are coming back, everything's coming back, man. All right. Verse 12, one of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said the creatures are always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies. All right. This witness is true, wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith. All right. And some of these guys are men that just got rebuked. These guys that broke off from different camps, whether it be, you know, the GMS Boston or whoever. Those other guys, you know, down there in Louisiana, spiritual life lesson guy, whoever it is, you know, a lot of you got sharply rebuked on something, and then you started going off. Okay, but the scriptures tell us to do this. Okay, you can't be butthurt, man. All right. You better have a contrite spirit, man, and be repent and sorrowful, man. Examine yourself, man. All right. You know if a brother is being malicious, or if it's a rebuke, or if a brother has ill intentions of you, man. All right. And if it's not any of those things, then you're being emotional, man. You need to get over it. Okay. Realign yourself with the fear of the Lord, because he's going to do a lot of you extremely dirty, man. I'm telling you. All right. It says, this witness is true, wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith, not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth. And that's part of those Jewish fables that spoken about here. All right, are a lot of these weird doctrines. Okay. You know, one of them, you know, Noah was an albino, man. Come on, man. All right. Last one. This is in Timothy. 1 Timothy 4:1. It says, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith. And that's the point, the final point I want to make is the timing of this. Okay? The timing of this. All right? There's a reason why Nate and these other different groups, they didn't come to these conclusions 15, 20 years ago. They're doing it now. Why? Because we're at the end here. Okay? It says, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. All right? Hell doctrine, that's a doctrine of the devil, man. The Most High did not create a place where you burn for eternity, man. even Esau is going to get a break at some point. He's going to do his bid for 1,000 years and be over. You have any idea how long eternity is? That is demonic to think that a righteous power, you know, would do that, even though it's within his power to do. All right. But that ain't how the Lord created things, man. And the Lord created everything in balance, man. And he has a bias towards righteousness. Okay. It says, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron. Okay. And y'all spoke these lies because a lot of you took some shekels, man. Okay. We saw you guys getting interviewed by these Amalekites. All right. Smearing other camps. All right. And a lot of you guys that are talking under your breath about Great Millstone, accusing us of certain things, you know, we know the controversy. All right. The Lord has got something for y'all, man. Straight up. You saw what happened to Polite, and the Lord is poetic, and he may just flip that on y'all. Even the thing you said on live streams and things, these other places, the Lord can get you. Imagine the things we know you done probably said off camera. Even the things you thought about and said under your breath, the Lord heard you, man. All right. It says, verse 3, forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats which the Most High hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. That's basically it on that, you know. Because you know, IUIC will tell you, like, oh, you got to leave your wife if you with him, or you got to marry a woman in the truth. You just break, you know, you just doing weirdo stuff, man. For what? How you get filthy rich off of going out on the highways and byways, which is all you were supposed to do, man. That's all you were commanded to do. You get a big congregation and they give you money, and that's fine. But y'all are chasing these dollars. Y'all are chasing money. It's obvious. You're doing promos and trying to game the YouTube algorithm with these catchy titles. All right. All to get views. Standing next to celebrities. You know, trying to garner the favor and the attention of a world that the Most High hates. Think about that. You're trying to get the attention of individuals the Most High is so angry with, he's going to do them dirty. Why on earth are you trying to be hand in hand with these people, man? Because this ain't got nothing to do with the truth. If you're really honest with yourself, you want to be glorified. You're in the same spirit King Saul was in. King Saul told himself that if I bring, he got explicit instructions on what to do with the Amalekites. All right. But he made something up in his mind that, look, I'm gonna do this. Instead, I'm going to bring back the gold. I'm going to bring back the king. When the Lord told him not to do that. Okay? Why? Because he wanted, deep down, he was like, I'm going to get some glory in this. I want everybody to see this. You see? And the Most High snatched the crown from him, man. All right? And the prophet Samuel had to deal with that matter. Okay? That's what's getting ready to happen from y'all. Y'all candlestick is getting ready to be removed. Anyway, that's really all I had on this matter. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachak Shalom. Kwam Yasharallah.